everyone, today I have for you my September TBR. I have a huge TBR this month and I don't know why I've done that, but I just want to read everything. I'm in a really big reading mood, so I've made my TBR huge. Probably not going to get through it, let's face it, it's me and I never do. But without further ado, let's get started. The first book I have is A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J Maas. This is the third book in the Court of Thorns and Roses series, and I'm pretty sure the final book, so I just want to get this read and this series finished. I read A Court of Mist and Fury last month and enjoyed it, but found it quite confusing, so I'm hoping I can follow this one a little bit more, but we'll see. I don't know. If you don't know what A Court of Thorns and Roses is about somehow, it is about Feyre, who is a huntress, and she ends up hunting down a wolf in the woods, not realising this wolf is from the Feylands, and that costs her her freedom and she has to go live over in the Feylands with them, or she dies. So she goes to live in the Feylands, and that is when the sort of really high fantasy storyline starts. That's all I'm going to say. I don't really want to spoil obviously the second book, and I don't know what happens in this one, so hoping to read it this month. Really prioritise this one, I think, to try and get this one read. The next book I have is the one I've had on my TBR for a while, but again not sure I'm going to read it this month, but we'll see, and that is the Noughts and Crosses series by Mallory Blackman. This is the first book, Noughts and Crosses, and I have already read this series years and years ago, and I do remember bits about it and I remember really enjoying it, but I don't remember too much, so I want to reread it and give it another shot. This is about two classes, the Noughts and the Crosses, and the Noughts are run by the Crosses. They're like the Noughts are like the lower class people, so it's about basically fighting for equality and war and racism, and it also has romance in it as well, but it's like a Romeo and Juliet kind of romance, so it's like they're not meant to fall in love but they do fall in love, that kind of thing. So yeah, it's like a dystopian read as well. It was one of my favourite series at the time, so I definitely want to see if I enjoy it as much this time around. The next book I have is a book I also had on my list last month but didn't get to, and that is Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix by J.K. Rowling. Obviously this is the fifth book in the series. I'm pretty sure I don't need to tell you much about Harry Potter, but this book is huge again, so I don't know whether I'll get to it this month, but I definitely hope to, as it's been on my list for quite a while. But after reading A Court of Wings and Ruin, which I'm definitely planning on doing this month, I'm not sure I'll want to pick a big book up again, but we'll see. We'll see how I do. Maybe I will. I don't know. The next book I have I've actually already started and I am loving, and it is just, it's really made me think and it's made me really fascinated by something, and the book is In Order to Live by Yeonmi Park. I might be pronouncing her name wrong, I'm not sure, but anyway, this is about her escape from North Korea. It's the true story and it is just insanely crazy. I can't get over how North Korea is. It's not right. Why do they think that's right? But it's made me really fascinated in learning more about the North Korean culture and how they live. So I will probably end up doing research and things on it. It's just made me so interested. But I am up to page, let me see, I'm up to page 125, so I'm already quite far through and I am just loving this so much. This could potentially become one of my favourite books of this year already, and I've not even finished it. It's just one of those books I think everyone needs to read. Now I've started reading it. It's so important, and I'm probably going to cry so many times while reading it because nobody should go through this. But she is such a strong lady, and I just, yeah, it's crazy. I can't get over it. That's all I need to say, but I will definitely finish this. I'll be finishing this before I start A Court of Wings and Ruin, so this will definitely be read this month. The next book I have is We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. Now this is a book I've heard nothing but amazing things about. However, I've not a clue what it's about. It's one of those books that everyone says you should just go into not knowing anything, so that is exactly what I'm going to do. What I will do is just quickly read the synopsis to you though, as it doesn't tell you anything. It says, we are liars, we are beautiful and privileged, we are cracked and broken, a tale of love and romance, a tale of tragedy, which are lies, which is truth, you decide. Doesn't really give much away, and I feel like I'm going to sneeze. This is not good, I look like I'm crying. I'm still full of cold, so this is happening quite a lot. I'm not crying, I'm just full of cold. Yeah, this is quite a short book anyway, so it shouldn't take me long to get through. The font's quite reasonable, I'd say, so I should fly through this. Hopefully get this read this month, but we'll see. I'm really looking forward to this one though. Another book I want to get read is Always and Forever Lara Jean. This is the third and final book in the The Boys I Loved Before series. That's quite hard to say. It was originally a duology, but then she added this third book, which I'm sort of like, do I want a third book? I don't know. But I've heard quite good things about this. A bit of mixed reviews, but yeah, I think I definitely want to give this a read and see how I like it. Obviously, if I don't like it, then I'll just pretend it's a duology still, because I really like the duology. But yeah, I thought I might as well pick it up as I've read the duology and I love that, so yeah. If you don't know what To All the Boys I Loved Before is about, it's about Lara Jean who writes letters to all the boys she's ever loved, and they are only for her, so they don't get sent out, they're just for her to try and get over the boys she's loved in the past. But one day these letters get mysteriously sent out and she has to deal with consequences of that. It's really funny, it's really good, and the characters are just so lovable. So I'm excited to revisit them in this story. Another book I have on my list is A Series of Unfortunate Events, The Miserable Mill, which is the fourth book in this series. This is where I can't remember anything because this is when the film stopped. They didn't make any more after the third book, so I cannot remember anything about this, so I'm excited to read it. It's really, really quick to read. These take me next to no time. The font is huge. They're very small books. I can fly through this. I'll definitely get this read this month and carry on with the series. It's going to take me a while to get through because there's 13 books, but I want to keep up to date with this one, so I'll definitely get this read. And finally, I want to carry on with getting through my Roald Dahl collection. So far I have read The BFG, Matilda, Easier Trot, George's Marvellous Medicine, Fantastic Mr. Fox, Charlie and Chocolate Factory, and China Great Glass Elevator, which puts me to about halfway through this box set, which is great. And then I still need to reread Danny the Champion of the World, The Magic Finger, The Twits, The Witches, The Draft, The Pelly and Me, James and the Giant Peach Boy, and Going Solo. I definitely want to get this month Danny the Champion of the World read, The Magic Finger, The Twits and The Witches, and the reason is I am starting a new dance class which is bringing stories to life. One of these stories next year, I've got it all planned out, one of the stories next year is Danny the Champion of the World, and one of them in September is The Witches, so I want to try and get all of those read so I can get those planned and sorted, and then I'm ahead of myself and it just makes me relax a little bit more. So that is it for my September TBR. As you can see, it's a bit optimistic to say the least, but I am going to see how many I get read, and I'm in a really big reading mood. The only thing that'll stop me a little bit originally is getting used to my new timetable come next week, because it's a little bit crazier than usual because we are also starting dance classes elsewhere. I have probably a little bit more to do, as well as obviously running my own dance class as well now, so yeah, it's going to be a bit crazy, but I'll get used to it and hopefully I'll still get a lot read over the month of September. That is the plan anyway, but we'll see how it goes. That is it for today though. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. All of my social media links are in the description below for you to go check out if you want to, and I will see you all in my next video very soon. Bye!